For the first time of the 2009 school year, the bicyclers ride at midnight. It's September 4th, 2009. Outside of BJ's bar, a cramped, dark space set in the walls of a 100-year-old building in Fredonia, New York, several riders on old 10-speeds and mountain bikes are getting ready for what would be the first midnight ride of the season. These 40 bikers are taking place in what's usually referred to as critical mass, or the informal gathering of cyclists in a city, taking over the streets in an impressive show, the loud noise of collective clinking coaster hubs, squeaking brakes, and the light show of blinking reflectors. Critical mass first began in San Francisco in the early 1990s, but today, mass bike rides happen in cities around the world, and frequently with hundreds of riders. Fredonia has its own ride, on Fridays, and tonight there's a lot of new faces.
There was a little sign on one of the bike racks, so I was locked up the one outside Starbucks today, and I saw it and figured I'd go to it.
A kid came up to us when we were sitting on the quad. He was like, "Hey, you guys like bikes? You want to go for a bike ride?" And we said, "Yeah."
Such a mass group does it. It's so cool.
That drew us too. We were excited. We wanted to make new friends.
I'm expecting someone to fall, that's for sure. Someone to crash, also expecting that to happen.
I rode in Buffalo where there's a much larger bike ride and felt that in Fredonia, could achieve kind of the same thing. There's a lot of people that ride.
Matt Andrini is one of the few that brought the ride to Fredonia after seeing it in Buffalo, New York.
Getting people together, promoting bicycle safety, because if you ride in Fredonia, you know that people don't know how to react to bicyclists in the road. A lot of people tell you get the off the road. But it's a shared roadway, and a lot of the drivers need to know that, so hopefully this is something that does it. But it definitely promotes community for sure.
The riders take off, following each other in a blind rush down a neighborhood street through the dark. Keep in mind, though, this is a Friday night, at midnight, with a group consisting of mainly college kids. Some of them are feeling the effects of their beverages of choice, weaving in and out of each other's paths. The bikers come to their first sharp turn, and...
I'm Nick Borelli. I'm a senior painting major. We immediately turned onto this country road that was all gravelly, and everyone was going super fast. I saw a few people fall, and I fell myself, which was pretty bad. Nobody stopped. They just kept going.
Eventually, the group is taken over by a single leader, taking the pack up a steep hill into farm country. At a crossroads, some wait up for the rest, but there's confusion.
Wait, is everybody here? Alright, wait up. Yeah, he won. There's people down. Bike come over. Dave.
After 5 minutes of arguing, the pack eventually starts off again, much smaller than it was in the takeoff 20 minutes ago, down the gravelly road into the pitch dark.
We're going left, it'll take us right downtown. All right. High speed, all downhill. All right, let's do all
downhill. One of the riders, Aaron, has, while riding in the dark, a run-in with an animal, a deer.
Well, I was riding my bike, just minding my own business, and this deer just whipped right out in front of me and almost hit my front tire. I just saw this thing come whipping across, but it came so close to me. That would have been the story of the semester if I got hit by a deer riding my bike.
When the riders fly back down a huge hill into town, there's about a 5-minute gap between the first and last participant. Only 75% of the original takeoff make it all the way around the loop. Many have been displeased at what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a race. It's a social event, and I expected people to basically be riding slow enough that we can talk.
Maybe we can sort out the kinks and stuff, because
fast forward to next Friday.
There's a lot of people.
A few of the dedicated bikers come back, determined to make this thing work. Not necessarily the impressive sweep seen at the takeoff the week before, but enough to gather some sort of community. The group rides this time to the neighboring city of Dunkirk. There's no single leader taking everyone into farm country. It's a collective effort. The The cyclists trade off and on, riding toward their goal, a view of the Dunkirk Pier overlooking Lake Erie. The lights of the close-by coal plant shine off the water at night. The new friends, determined to make the ride a great one, smoke cigarettes or talk on the boardwalk, comfortable in their success. They agreed to continue the ride next week, and getting back on their squeaky old bikes, head home to their dingy hole in the wall for a drink.